Hello, this is Steve David Kozik, Chief Spiritual Officer for the LoveMakers Foundation, a 501c3 spiritual charity committed to bring love to the world, and just as importantly, to bring love to each and every person on this planet. Today's love message being broadcast on May 15th, 2025 from Las Vegas, Nevada, is about love. And the title of the love message is How Love Can Overcome the Void. You know, we've had a pretty great 7 weeks, some great viewership of our love messages. We did the Jesus Christ Easter series, had 5 of those love messages, great turnout. The last 2 messages on the self-realization and power of love, and then how to manifest love to get what you want. Great turnout on those 2. But guess what happened? After that, I said, what next? I found myself surprisingly to be in a void. You know, I'm sure many of you have been in a void. And what is a void? Well, the void basically represents emptiness, absence, a sense of nothingness. It can be physical, like you just get lost in time and space. It can be after a loss. It can bring darkness to your life. It can be depression. A void can be spiritual. It can be emotional. Let's say you get dumped in a relationship. It's a void. For me, it was a void where I believe I had done everything. What else am I going to talk about? What else is there? Well, you know me. For those of you who've seen this video, what did I do? Well, I meditated, I prayed, and just became who I am, which is the Christ, which is absolute love. Took a while, but in the interim, my core never gave up on love. Today's love message on how love can overcome the void, and whatever that is, means in you, it could be uncertainty, maybe you got laid off. It's that emptiness, that vastness that leaves you, feeling a variety of different ways. But I've come up with a solution to help us overcome the void. You know, Virgil wrote, "Love conquers all." The Apostle Paul in 1 Corinthians 13, of course, said that love is the most powerful force in the world. He also said that love persists, love endures, or love endureth if you're reading the King James Version. But just saying that and then being in the void, it doesn't help, does it? So what you have to do is you have to go to your inner self, because that's where your thoughts come from. That's where your feelings come from. That's where your emotions come from. But understand this. Love is more than an emotion. You can choose love. Love is not passive. And love actually is the most powerful force in the world. But what are the steps? Number 1, focus on self-love. Focus on yourself. Take some deep breaths and just focus on you. But in focusing on you, one of the things that you have to do, the first thing you do is just accept yourself for who you are. And be thankful for exactly who you are in the present moment. Secondly, just observe yourself. Observe the beauty of your spiritual self. Now, in my love protocol, self-love is number 4 on the totem pole. But when you're in a void, focus on yourself, your breathing, your heart. Thank yourself for being who you are. Accept yourself for who you are. Don't escape that. Observe yourself. Observe the beauty of who you are. Observe your complexity. Observe everything about yourself, and then thank your highest power whether it be your highest self, whether it be God, whether it be the I am power we talked about last week, it doesn't matter. Thank yourself for being who you are. Love yourself. And again, that may be enough. That may turn the tide right there, because when you do that, the realization is going to occur that you're part of the fabric of all that is. That love is your essence, and that your essence is love. But the next thing to do, number 2, is let love develop in your consciousness. Act and think and speak only in love. This is what I call inductive learning. You can think about it all you want, but if you're not acting it out and it's not in your consciousness, it's hard to, develop that feeling. But when you start acting and developing a love consciousness, you're going to act in love. And what does that mean? You're going to be compassionate. Kierkegaard once wrote, "Love gives not but itself and takes not but from itself. Love possesses, nor would it be possessed, for love is sufficient unto love." When you start acting in love, and that means you're compassionate, that means you're kind, and not just to yourself, but to others. That means you're thankful, have gratitude. It means you're forgiving. It means that love encompasses you. You look at things from a point of view of love. Somebody does something bad to you, look at the internal self and look at that person from a point of love. It doesn't mean you can't balance out the self-love with the negative that's coming at you, but observe the love and the positive inside that other person who's doing that bad stuff to you. And believe me, you will become liberated. The world tells us to retreat into anger and fear and solitude. No. Expand yourself each and every moment of your life to love. And guess what? When you start thinking love and being love and acting in love and being kind and compassionate and being thankful, your consciousness will change. I guarantee that. It will change. So don't let this void get you down. Observe the void. Observe your negative emotions. Observe whether it's sadness or depression. Observe it. But then transcend it. Develop that consciousness of love. Again, you do that by acting in love, thinking love, and speaking only love. But that may not be enough either. So here is the final step to getting out of the void. It's called unconditional love. There it is. Love is selfless. It's not constrained by any conditions here on earth. When you love unconditionally, and you love everything in your life, you love everything about everybody, you love your situation, you love your job, you love your relationship. If you don't have one, you love being alone. Don't put any conditions on yourself or on others. Simply love. When you love, the path to your highest self, the path to God will open up like a super freeway. And you will become free. Free of the constraints of this dimension and beyond. You will find yourself suddenly happy and joyful. And you will be well on the road to actually becoming a transformational, loving human being, where nothing in this dimension can bother you. But it's unconditional love. As Krishnamurti, the famous philosopher, wrote, unconditional love is freedom. And so I challenge you to love yourself. I challenge you to develop love consciousness and to act in love, think love. Everything you say is love. From a love paradigm. Act in love with gratitude, kindness, compassion. But the icing on the cake is unconditional love. So there you have it. 3 key steps and things that you can do in your consciousness from yourself to turn the void into the magic of love and light. Because even in the darkest hole, light is there. Light will penetrate and has penetrated black holes. And I will guarantee you that love will penetrate any void or black hole that you have in your life. Dear God, know this moment that I am love and that I honor myself and love myself unconditionally, without judgment, without ego, but with the energy and the consciousness of total love for myself. I love consciously and have love consciousness now. I am kind, compassionate. I give love, say love, think love, teach love, and I am only acting in love. Dear God, thank you for the ability, this moment, to be a human being who chooses to love unconditionally. I explode the void and am unconditional love and am totally free in love. Free to enhance my life in any way that I desire. Dear God, I recognize and realize your amazing and infinite love and grace. I release these words as absolute truth and thank you for the awareness, this moment that we have with you and all that is in our highest selves. And we release these as absolute truth. We thank you. So it is, so amen. So go in love. Don't let the void get you down. Practice the 3 things that I recommend. Self-love, total love consciousness, and unconditional love. But remember always, and as you meditate and you actually put these principles into practice, remember one thing: love is the way. Check out our website and have a great day.